Us on a beautiful night here together, though it's quite warm. I hear we're missing the rain back in Pittsburgh. Tonight's a very, very unique and special night for...
It's as loud as it can go.
Is that any better? Okay. So tonight's a special night for our program. No other time will we march and play as much music as we will tonight. And this isn't even the beginning of our performance season. It's just a preview. Along with our stadium review, preview night tonight creates the bookends for our season. All of our shows are in different places, but most important to this band is that this is our last time on this field together as the band of 2016-17. I've spent 23 straight years at a camp as a student and as a GA and now as a director. And this is without a doubt the hardest, the warmest, the least comfortable week that I've ever spent here. And I know that for many bands, this would have absolutely crushed them. The heat, there was no relief from the heat. We never even thought of using the sweatshirts that you send up for us. It was just unbelievable. And these students instead created one of the finest weeks I've ever seen here. Absolutely amazing. They're resilient, they're strength. The staff each day would just talk about how humbled we were with the way that these students just decided to be here and be together and be, as their motto states, like never before. Your students have probably worked as hard as they've ever worked in their life this week. We've run 60 rookies. They're incredibly excited to be taking the field for the first time tonight. Our seniors have been big brothers and big sisters to these students, and these rookies have been amazing additions to our group. Even in the rec hall or in the mess hall at meals, we often say things between classes, and our rookies have quickly become one of the most outspoken groups at each one of our meals, and it's an incredibly cool thing for us to see. As we watch the group progress this week, we're amazed at how strong the rookies at last year had become. We always talk about redefining our roles, and we have a very strong sophomore class, a very strong junior class. It was really cool for those of you that are junior parents to see your students stepping up and really supporting the seniors like never before for a junior class. It was really awesome to see. And I'm sure that your students have grown in many ways throughout the past week. They've been pushed physically for sure, and they've been pushed as we learn to live and work together. We've switched our schedule around to try to make things easier at times, but they just kept pushing, and it really was amazing. And when we go home, just like our Steelers who are at training camp, a 2-hour rehearsal or a 10-minute show will be a breeze after what your kids did this week. And while it's the end of band camp, and we're about halfway through our time together as a group, it really is just the beginning of our season as we come back to Ross Township and back to the hilltop there. So we're excited to have the like never before band of 2017 here at Kon-O-Kwee for our summer home and to be back with you very, very soon. I'll go check with the kids, see how they're doing. I want to make sure they have enough time to get water in between each show, and then we'll come out and we'll share our pre-game show with you. Again, thank you so much for being here.
I think 1 year you can.
Hello, and welcome family and friends to beautiful Farm Bell, PA. Summer home to our North Hills High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band is concluding its 65th band camp here at Camp Kon-O-Kwee with our traditional Friday night preview show. We are all very happy and excited that you could be in attendance this evening. Please sit back and enjoy the show. Now, for the first time this year, it is my great pleasure to introduce the North Hills Marching Band, the band of pride, tradition, and excellence, led on the field by drum major Dylan Clark. This year's pregame begins with the one and only, the Italian Stallion. Rocky, which opened in 1976, features a boxer from Philadelphia who gets a chance to fight the one and only heavyweight champion, Apollo Creed, to redeem his self-respect. The trumpet section sets the tone as drum major Dylan Clark runs up the famous steps as Rocky did 40 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. the years go swiftly by, we'll be true to North Hills High. Please remain standing for the playing of the North Hills High School Alma Mater. Join the 212-member North Hills High School Marching Band as they fire off the Indian Beat for our home crowd. Let's hear it for the North Hills High School Marching Band. Let's go!
I do not know.
Strip down.
That's TMI.
Just don't turn the camera around. Might have to get it repaired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the insurance package.
That was.
There are many different parts to an organization like ours. You know your sons and daughters and your grandchildren and neighbors and the kids in our band there. I'd like to introduce to you the folks that have been working with your students so far this summer, and especially during their time here at band camp. This year to our staff, we had an addition of 2 new members, which were a wonderful and amazing addition to our staff. And it's already hard to imagine being here without them. The students have come to respect and love their time with them so quickly, and they're just 2 of the most caring people who have just made amazing contributions, constantly asking what can we do and how can we help. So new to our staff this year is our majorette sponsor, Mrs. Amanda Butler. And our flagline sponsor and director is Mrs. Katie Wisniewski. Part of our band staff back at school, people that you all know. I know that Mr. Rodak is here somewhere with his family. They're up on the hill, I'm sure. But wherever they are, could we welcome Mr. Rodak and his family here tonight? And our middle school and high school band and orchestra director, also teaching at some of our elementary schools, and our marching band director, Mr. Chris Ballantyne. They're also here with their kids are Mr. and Mrs. Webster. Jess Webster is one of our elementary band directors, and Phil Webster spends his time as a professional percussionist with many groups in the city of Pittsburgh and doing lots of teaching, and we're incredibly grateful that he's also our drumline instructor. So also out in the audience with their 3 kids, can you welcome the Webster family? He couldn't be here tonight, but we want to welcome him again. He's been on our staff for a long time, and he makes so many things happen for our students. Also conducts our musical, Mr. Anthony Thomas. Another one of our directors who works with our woodwinds and does anything that absolutely needs done is Mrs. Sarah Snyder. And Sarah, I know, is here. She's out in the audience. We have a very young band staff, so we have a lot of kids up here with us tonight. Also, one of our woodwind instructors and one of our directors who's with us all season is Miss Mara Rushlander. She is also not here with us tonight, but was up during the week, and an incredible friend of mine in the bands and music and anyone at North Hills, Miss Heidi Coney. And we're equally as lucky to have from our middle school staff, a North Hills band alum, working with our woodwinds, Mrs. Jessica Friedman. And our other elementary band director who was up during the week and wrote drill for our kids, spent the entire summer with them as well, Mr. Jeff Lucas. Our student teacher this year, who has spent the entire summer with us and earned great respect from the staff and the students because of that already, and the great work, literally willing to do anything. We're incredibly lucky to have him from Duquesne University, Mr. Lucas Beaver. We have a group of graduate assistants who have great things to offer our students in terms of music and marching, and are incredibly helpful. They do all of the behind-the-scenes things to make sure that our students get the places that they need to be and to have the things that they need to have. They're constantly running, but they're also hopefully an example for our students of great human beings. And it has to be all of those things for us to ask someone to come back and to work on our band staff like that. And these are all North Hills graduates who are either college or in grad school now, and who come back their summers to work with our students. And we're incredibly grateful, and I'm incredibly proud of these young men and women. Couldn't be here with us tonight is Mr. Mike Zeck. He was here all the rest of the week, but from his same class, Mr. Robbie Kaup, who's our announcer tonight, and Mr. Evan Yester. From the class of 2013, our drum major David Haberman. That's these seniors, and Mr. Malcolm Burke. From the class of 2014, our drum major 2014, Gabe Stanton, and from our majorettes, Lindsay Crandall and Casey Smith. And from the class of 2015, coming back for the first time, great additions to our GAs are Christy Adamiak, Molly Evans, Brooke Venturella, and David Beavers. And in all seriousness, in addition to teaching these kids music and helping them with anything they need and getting them the nurse, they've unclogged toilets this week, they've been thrown up on, they've gone to the store to get whatever is needed, and they've cared for the kids. And I mean all those things literally in any way that was possible. And I can't imagine a better group of people to be up here with, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of their energy. Also down here, sitting with the staff tonight, a group that I want to recognize who does amazing things, and it's kind of feast or famine. They either have a million things to do and they're running around like crazy, or then they're going back to the drawing board and getting ready for preparing us for our next event, are our librarians and crew. Could our librarians stand up there? Amazing young people that just give their time so our band as a whole can make our performances and our rehearsals happen. Thank you so much, kids. I told you I want to make sure the kids had enough time in between the shows because it's so warm. I'll go check if they're okay. It looks like they're kind of chomping at the bit over there, but we'll make sure they have enough time to get watered down. But this is our 65th year here at camp, and it's the 55th year, 55th anniversary of us doing a March show every year. And we have a very traditional March show. It'll be a great show for you, and we'll bring that out in just 1 second.
55 years, the North Hills High School Marching Band has been debuting a march show of many genres. Since then, this show has embodied many of the techniques and styles that the marching band has continued to use throughout its years on the field. The march show highlights the band's traditional Big Ten style marching. This year, we take our march show back to its traditional roots, featuring pieces by the March King himself, John Philip Sousa. But first, we open the show with North Hills Fanfare, arranged for our band by some of our own graduate assistants. We open tonight with The Thunderer. Next, the band continues its high steps and angular routines to the rousing strains and melodic melodies to The Washington Post.
I know, you didn't have a voice.
Tuscaloosa March Show would be complete without America's national march. 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue. May it wave as the standard forever. Let's hear it for the Stars and Stripes Forever.
Staring Betty. Yeah, that's it.
Better make sure that's not recorded. Well, I'll have to edit it.
You've met the students and the staff and seen them out here on the field. We'd now like to thank our North Hills School District for recognizing what a unique and valuable experience this is for our students. Thank you to all of our administration, our superintendents, our principals, and our school board for supporting these students so much in all that they do. I do know, I'm sure there's lots of administrators here. I got to see a couple on the way in. I know that Dr. Annette J. Uvengo-Nolish, our former NHIPA president, is here with us tonight. If we could welcome her. And joining us for the first time is part of our high school administrative staff. Last year, we had a whole new staff at the high school. And Mrs. Williams, who I've known for a long time, came up from the middle school, and we had 2 new principals come and join us at the high school, Mrs. Shannon Crombie and Mr. Patrick Weber. And it was a new year for them, and the staff, Mr. Valentine and I were talking as we were coming down. We couldn't be more excited to go to work every day and to work with these people. They're unbelievable supporters of our students and amazing people. And again, it just makes North Hills High School an amazing place to be. And I know that 2 of them were able to come tonight for their first time here at band camp. So if we could all welcome Mrs. Williams, our high school principal, and Mrs. Crombie here tonight with us for the very first time to Kon-O-Kwee to celebrate our preview show tonight with the marching band. Thank you so much for being here with us. The last component of our organization is our booster group. The NHIPA has done so much work before we even had a rehearsal this year. I'd encourage each and every one of you to find a simple way that you can be involved. It's a great group that truly enjoys being together, and I want to thank all those who attend our meetings, our committee chairs, our chaperones for the season, the members of our executive board. Already we've had several events this summer, like our strings camp for our string students, our band picnic as well. Tonight we had the North Hills Band and Grill for the first time, so hopefully that's something that grows, and just our North Hills families can come here and eat dinner together and be together like our band students. There'll be more fundraising information coming out to our parents and students. Our newsletter is amazing, so thank you so much to Mrs. Anderson and Mr. Smart for all the information you're sharing with our families. And there'll be more information once school starts about our spring performance adjudications tour to Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cedar Point this year. Our pep rallies next week, we offer you to visit our concessions, is on the first day of school. It's a week from Monday. Our concessions there, the NHIPA tables and hot dogs, etc. And our plans are in full swing for our Marching Band Festival. We have a great lineup again, and it should be a special night for our students. The Clark family and their committees will be contacting folks to fill in the remaining gaps in the committees that you registered for in the spring when our students join the marching band. Our next show we started, I'd say, about 2 days ago, and it's our pop show. We'll probably premiere this show around homecoming, and you'll see it a couple times in October. What's really, really unique about our band is how many different shows we do each year, and that's just part of our philosophy of learning and our philosophy of marching band, and what we want to give our students. So our audiences get to see numerous shows. This is the last one you'll see, but we started it up here, and so it's our pop show. And it opens with an Elvis tune. It's an awesome arrangement, that opener, and then a tune that our students they've been singing. The guys love to sing this tune. It's Toto's Africa, as you hear, so we just thought we had to put it on the field. And again, this is a glimpse into it. So we'll march and play the first tune, and we learned the drill to the second tune up here. We started it, and we learned the music, but we haven't gotten to that step yet of putting the two together. So then we'll stand and we'll play Africa for you from a standstill. So once the students are ready, this will be our pop show.
Show with an opener on the popular love song sung by Elvis Presley, Can't Help Falling in Love. The band closes this evening's performance of our pop show with Africa from the music group Toto. You can hear band members singing this tune around the halls, so it's about time we put it on the field. Here is Africa, featuring senior soloists Emily Kaup and Dylan Clark.
I just want to talk to you for a moment. Our parents about our schedule for the next week or so as we come home from camp. Tomorrow we'll be home around 10:45-ish to the middle school. Your students will sleep the rest of the weekend. Don't be incredibly alarmed by that. This really is the hardest week that they've worked each year, whether they're a senior or a rookie. And this has been an especially hard week. It truly, truly has. They, like I said, though, they have responded in a way that like never before. If we skip to school in a couple weeks, we have our normal schedule of Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8. And that's a breeze for our students after this week. So if they're a little sore, it's to build that strength that'll carry us through the season. It's a short time, so it is very important that everyone is in attendance. If you have any WPIA schedules to share with me, and we can work over those together. But otherwise, we ask that appointments and other things be scheduled around just those 4 hours each week for our students to be together in the evenings. And that's planned then purposefully so they can do other things and be involved in other activities after school if they choose to be. Our games are on Fridays. The time is on the calendar. It's a meet time. So if you go on the NHIPA.org calendar and you click on the event, there's a meet time. Those will be uploaded by Monday. They're not currently on there. We always meet at the middle school for away games and at Martorelli for home games. The community pep rally is scheduled for the very first day of school from 6 to 8. We'll rehearse at 6. It starts at 7. We wear our white t-shirts and khaki shorts. We don't want the students to be out the first 2 days of school, so we'll cancel practice that Tuesday night. So we'll have the community pep rally on Monday night. We won't practice on Tuesday. We'll come back on Thursday, and believe it or not, we'll have our first game of the season that Friday night against Shaler. Next week is our last week of summer. The teachers go back to school, but the kids have one more week. So we have our summer schedule of Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 6 to 9 as we prepare for Kennywood on Friday. And then to rewind back just to Monday, after they've rested this weekend, one of the most important performances. We get a chance to play for our teachers, our school district, our administrators, our staff, our faculty, a big part of who we are. So we'll meet at 6:50 in the auditorium, and I'll remind the students of that, in uniform. They can have their coats on their arms, parents, but in uniform, and they'll be done by 7:40. So it's a real short turnaround that way. No hats or gloves, just like always, because we're indoor. And then on our Friday Kennywood Day, we'll meet at 10 o'clock for that, leave for Kennywood. The students wear their summer band t-shirt. That's their white t-shirt that they wore for the first time last Saturday. And khaki shorts during the day. It makes it easy for us to know who all our North Hills band students are. They have a ticket that's paid for, but we ask that they bring money for meals. We'll ask them to drink lots of water and eat well out there as well, because it's a long day. They wear the uniform that they have on right now, and we all come together home together after the parade, which starts around 7 o'clock. And that'll be our first chance to call from our cell phones when we let you know when we're getting home. If you have a freshman, your students have missed the freshman orientation, but Mr. Weber has very graciously offered to give a orientation for just our marching band freshmen. So any marching band freshman that would like to meet with Mr. Weber, our 9-10 principal, can do so on that Friday morning before Kennywood at 9 o'clock. He and I chose that time together because we knew the students were coming to school anyway, and they'd be available, so that we knew that they could come to our rescheduled time. Going home tonight, we ask that you take everything, no matter how bad it smells, that the kids don't need for the rest of camp. So that would be, they can leave their sleeping bag or sleeping items and their clothes for tomorrow and their clothes for the dance tonight, and their toiletries, and send everything else home. If we could be out of camp a little bit after 9, I know you want to go back and you'll see your sons and daughters after the hay show, and you'll go back and get all their things. Our kids can start to shower and have their dance tonight. As I mentioned, we're going to do our hay show now. When our seniors, many of our seniors were rookies their first year, they had a chance to play this as part of one of their shows. And it was an impactful experience for them, so we built an entire show around Hey Jude. And thus was born the Hay Show. So I think this show really has, we've only been doing it 5 days, but it feels like they've been doing it forever. It really embodies who they are as a group, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's really a crowd pleaser. So if they're ready to go, we're going to come out and play our final show for you, our Hay Show. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We really look forward to the season. and we take great pride, and it's such an honor to work with your students throughout the school year. So please just let us know how we can help you as we build a great band, like our students said, like never before. So thank you again for coming tonight. We hope you enjoy the Hay Show.
Hey Pachuco, made famous by the movie The Mask, is this year's opener to our Hey Show, written by Royal Crown Revue, who started their singing career in California. They are often credited with reviving the swing style. Here is Hey Pachuco, featuring senior trumpet soloists Nate Smith and Lindsay Taylor. Next, we feature our flags and majorettes as they dance the evening away with the ever-popular hit, Hey Baby. If you know the words, sing along. The band sure does. We end this year's Hey Show with the Beatles' hit, Hey Jude. Many of our seniors played this their rookie year, and as their time comes full circle, we wanted to build a show around this piece for them. We feature senior trombones Brandon Hackemer and Eric Crownover. You all know the words, so we hope you will get on your feet and help us finish this show out. Thank you again to everyone in attendance this evening and for their continued support of the North Hills Marching Band. Thank you and have a safe trip home. Go!